guys, kevSpec, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got part 2 of the wheel restoration. These are the wheels that I will be giving away on the channel. Now I know I said in the last video the entry details would be up on this one, but they're not going to be up, so it's not open to enter yet. The entry details will be in the last final video, which will be the colour. That'll be the next video, so stay tuned for the entry details. Tell all your friends, there's not that many people interested in at that moment. So tell everyone, get the word out that you can win a set of 20-inch Argents for your FG Falcon. Now obviously guys, this competition is only open to people in Australia, and if you are an interstate winner, you're going to have to pay for the shipping yourself. So just keep that in mind when the entry details are open. All the rules and regulations will be there. And just quickly, I mentioned a couple of videos ago about Jordan's car reviews. Just once again want to give a shout out to the young fella. He's got a YouTube channel, jump on there and have a look. I'll put a link in the description, so go and check out Jordan's car reviews. And just want to thank the paint shop in SEAFORD for giving me great service, great advice, and just helping me out with colour choices and how to prepare these wheels for the colour to go on. So massive shout out to the guys down at the BODYSHOP in SEAFORD. Go and check them out down in Hartnett Drive. Really helpful bunch of people. Alright guys, that's it from me. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and just remember, it ain't wrong, it ain't right, it's kevSpec. You! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, kevSpec. Well, day 3 on these wheels. We're just dressing this machined edge. So on the outer edge of these Argents, they've got like a 8mm machined edge. And I'm just going to resurface that with 1200 sandpaper. Probably go back over it with 2000 sandpaper and a bit of polish to bring up the shine again, but this seems to be working really well. I don't want to go too far back because the machined edge is in pretty good nick. So I'll come back when a bit further along. Alright, these edges have come up really well after the wet and dry and polish yesterday. So I'm just going to give the wheels a quick prep sole and the edges a quick prep sole so I can put some protective tape on. So when we undercoat it, we don't get overspray or undercoat on the nice machined edge. Alright, it's undercoat time. So I've wet down the shed. This is my little spray booth for today. I've had these wheels sitting in the sun for about half an hour and the spray paint sitting in the sun. It's only about 18 degrees today in Melbourne. So I'm going to start undercoating these bad boys. I'll start with a really good prep sole wipe down just to clear any gunk, any finger marks, wax and grease, anything that's on there before we start undercoating. So let's get into it. I've got my lint-free cloth here to wipe them down. Want to give them a good wipe down, yeah? So just start off on a light coat to start with and then gradually build up. Okay, so that's one wheel down. Give you a bit of a better look. Come up okay for a first, what you'd pretty much call a dusting coat. There you have it. One wheel undercoated, 3 more to go. starting the second coat of undercoat now. Just putting the last coat of undercoat on the last wheel now. There you have it, 4 wheels undercoated. Ew!
Well, I'm just starting this final sand. I'm hoping the camera can pick up. I've just done a little test section here. It's really hard, especially if you're a bit old like me and your eyes aren't as good as they could have been. Okay, so that's a good indication there. You can see the scratches in the undercoat, so they've basically got to be sanded out. And yes, you may go through, and then it's going to have to be re-undercoated. So that's basically what we're trying to get out. Is those little lines and scratches through the undercoat all have to be sanded flat. So hopefully it looks as smooth. This camera's going to focus. Not. So I've done that section there, and as you can see, I've rubbed through on little bits, but you've got to, you've got to get all those scratches out. So plenty of sanding to do, plenty of work to do, and I'll be back when a bit further along.
Alright, back to sanding this undercoat. So you've just got to be careful and take your time, especially my eyesight's not the best, so I've got to check quite regularly sort of where I'm at with it. So just slow and steady is the way to go, and just keep checking, you know, how far you've sanded. I'm using 800 sandpaper. I'll be back when I'm a bit further along. I'll see you in a few hours. Alright, we've got day 6 here, guys. Still continue to sand the undercoat here. I think I went too far yesterday when I was sanding. I've gone and got some professional advice on, you know, what sort of sanding's required of this undercoat and what I should do in the next stage. So I'll just show you this other wheel. So this one's, I've finished sanding. Finished sanding this one yesterday. Hopefully the camera will pick it up, but see where I rubbed through on a few spots. You can probably see, to try and, my idea was to try and flatten it out as much as possible. I sort of knew I might have to blast another little bit of undercoat over it and a quick rub back. But I've since been advised I've probably gone a bit too far, kevSpec'd it a little bit, because I want these as perfect as I can get them. So we'll keep going, but yeah, these will need re-undercoating to cover all these spots where I've rubbed through on the metal. I'll see you in another 3 to 5 hours when I finish sanding. You! What do you reckon, Jazzy? You? Jazzy wants to say hi. There you go. You say hi to the camera. You say woof woof. You say woof woof. Can you say woof? Look at him. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. There you go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just putting the last coat of undercoat on it. So this is basically just covering any of those little spots that I showed you before that where I've rubbed through the undercoat. Obviously the wheel needs to be fully covered with undercoat. So just giving it a really light go over. And that'll be it for the wheels for the undercoat and prep, and then it's time to get on to paint. Good morning. All right, this is day 7, final prep happening here. So obviously last night I did the last bit of undercoat to touch up the bits that I'd rubbed through after the aggressive rub from the first undercoat. So this rub is a really quick one with 800. So, you know, the second one was to try and get out 95, 99% of any heavy scratches from the paint stripping and any other scratches that I've introduced in the wheel. And now, yeah, it's come up Mickey Mouse. There's a couple of little spots that scratches may see through, but yeah, just a quick blast over with 800 and these will be ready for colour. And obviously the object of this blast around with the 800 is to not rub through. You just really need to take the top of the undercoat off to give it that smooth surface ready for colour. Easier said than done. Just trying to be ultra careful here. Just really lightly. You can sort of feel when you've taken the roughness of that top sort of skin of undercoat off. You sort of feel it in the sandpaper when it bites through, and that's pretty much when you stop. As soon as you feel that bite through, and you've got a little bit of a smooth surface under your fingers, is when you stop. Alright, so I've got another couple of hours of sanding to do, and that'll be the final part of this video. So stay tuned on how you can enter to win these beautiful set of restored 20-inch Argents. I hope you liked that video of part 2 of the restoration of the wheels. They're coming up real good. I don't know if you can tell, but I've spent a lot of time sanding these back to try and make sure every scratch, every little nick is out of them. So when I put the colour on, they're going to come out Mickey Mouse for whoever's the lucky person that wins them. So stay tuned for the next video. The entry details will be in the next video on how to win the 20-inch FG Argents. And just remember guys, it ain't wrong, it ain't right, it's kevSpec. Have a good one. And don't forget to subscribe. You!